It's time to talk about all the non-printable components used in this build. Of course, we cannot 3D print electronics, and that's exactly where we will start. You will find a complete component list with links in the attached PDF file. Each item includes both Amazon and AliExpress options. Some parts of the list are highlighted in gray. That means they are better quality alternatives, listed below. My suggestion: choose what fits your budget. But remember, a higher price usually means better quality and performance. The top section of the file contains a table with all required components. Every part listed there is essential. You won't be able to complete the build without them. What RC car can run without a motor? None. This RC is no exception. We'll use a 550 size brushed motor. Let's quickly clarify what that means. There are two main motor types, brushed and brushless. Brushed motors are a bit slower and less efficient, but they're cheaper and great for entry-level hobby builds. So why I'm using a brushed motor? Because it's affordable and still delivers plenty of power. Nobody wants to spend an extra $100. If you are building your first RC car, brushed is the perfect choice. And believe me, this thing is not slow. It can reach 35 km per hour, which is fast enough to get out of control if you are not careful. This motor comes in a few variants. 21T – higher speed, lower torque. 29T – balanced option. 35T – lower speed, higher torque. If you have never driven an RC car before, start with the 35T motor. Once you are comfortable, you can easily swap it to a faster one later. The motor is chosen. Now let's make sure that we don't burn it out. If we went all in and picked a 21T motor, proper cooling is a must. Even though the 35T version runs cooler and can survive without extra cooling, I still recommend adding at least a small fan, no matter which motor you use. It really depends on how hard and how long you drive. With a battery lasting up to 30 minutes, heat buildup comes a real concern. A simple cooling fan like the one I recommend will keep the temperature under control and let you enjoy longer, safer rides. Next, we need something to control the motor, the ESC, or Electronic Speed Controller. That's where the radio link comes in. It powers and regulates the motor and acts as the brain of your RC car's electronic. Then we need a radio transmitter and receiver, the remote control system. Almost any hobby-grade combo will work fine with this setup. The main thing is to buy a receiver with 4 output channels, since we will power at least one fan there. One important thing to know is that some transmitters can only bind to a single receiver. And that's unfortunate, because transmitters aren't cheap. I recommend getting a remote that supports multiple receiver pairings. That way, if you ever decide to build a second RC car, you can use the same transmitter and just add another receiver. No need to buy a new remote. One more note: the cheapest remote don't let you adjust steering trim. That can cause headaches later, because fixing the steering may require reassembling multiple parts, but it's totally up to you. Next is the servo motor, which controls the steering. I recommend the MG90S since it has metal gears and performed very well in testing. Plastic gear servos can wear out quickly, so go metal if possible. Finally, the car needs power. Any 7 to 14 volts battery will work, but for the best performance I use a 3S LiPo battery. The chassis has limited space, so make sure your battery matches the recommended dimensions. As for the charger, any model that supports LiPo will do the job. I've included links to both affordable and premium chargers in the list. Unfortunately, some parts are simply not practical to 3D print. They either wear out too quickly or can't handle the stress. A printed differential won't last long. I tested a few designs in earlier projects, and small plastic gears just shredded under torque. That's why we will use a metal differential. It's reliable and long-lasting. The same goes for axles. Printing strong, compact axles is nearly impossible at this scale, so this is another must-buy part. Friction creates heat, and heat destroys plastic. That's why every real vehicle, RC or full-size, use bearings. We will need 3 different sizes for the shaft, differential and wheel hubs. They will make everything run smoother and last much longer. We also need a way to assemble everything. Use M2 metric flathead screws. Avoid oversized heads, they won't fit properly. You will need 2 main lengths, 8mm and 10mm. While you can screw directly into plastic, it's not very sturdy or convenient, especially if you plan to take the car apart often. That's why I use threaded inserts instead. They are easy to install with a soldering iron, and they let you assemble and disassemble the car as many times as you want without wearing out the plastic. For the build, the insert should be about 4mm long and 3.5mm wide. They are simply to hot press into place, so don't worry, it's easier than it looks. After the required section, there is a recommended components table. These parts are optional, but skipping them will reduce the build quality and performance. While you can 3D print TPU tires, real rubber wheels will give you far better grip and handling. Look for 60mm rubber wheels with a 12mm hex mount. They fit perfectly for this build. Shock absorbers are optional, but highly recommended. They use metal springs and oil to absorb bumps and keep the car stable on rough terrain. Without them, every impact will be transferred directly to the chassis, making the ride much rougher and putting more stress on the printed parts. Lastly, let's talk about tools. I also listed some recommendations in the file. You will need a screwdriver, a soldering iron with a nozzle for inserts, and tweezers or small pliers for handling tiny parts. Most of these are already in a basic toolkit, but double check before you start. I recommend ordering the components early, since delivery can take a while. And while you wait, we can move on to the printing section of the project and start preparing all the 3D printed parts.